Greetings, I'm Bairnt and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to be continuing our epic playthrough of Kingdom Death Monster. We have to take on the Hand again. Now he's going to be level 1. I know we fought a level 1 before, but during a special encounter, from what I understand of the FAQs and things like that that have been out, is that that doesn't mean you've actually fought the Nemesis, because every time you fight a Nemesis monster, you have to fight it one level higher. So, from what I understand, I'm still able to take on a level 1 Hand. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments below, but I believe that's how this works. Now, of course, we have our heroes set up. We've already faced him, so I've gone ahead and set up the whole board. We have our giant stone face. Behind it, we have a bug patch. Actually, I'm going to move it right over here. We have a bug patch that has to start adjacent to our Nemesis. Then I also have these 3 stone pillars, and I also have some acanthus plants, which I have just realized is illegal. This thing has to be 4 spaces away from all other terrain. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this up here somewhere. There we go. That looks like a great place for it. So our characters are all set to take him on. The only thing we have to do is get his deck and his hit location deck all set up. So let's go ahead and do that now. Now, if we look at the Hand's card, it tells us we need 10 basic AI cards, no advanced and no legendary. And we also have to gain all of these. We're going to go over each of those as we play through it. The first one I'm going to talk about is Applause. We have Applause. We've seen this before. It says at the start of the showdown, place this card face down at the bottom of the AI deck. So we're going to put it right there at the bottom of the AI deck. Then I have to take 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's only 11, so I'm just going to remove 1 at random. And now we have 10 AI cards. I'm going to shuffle these up a little bit. We're going to put them right here. Next, we got to get our hit location deck. I've gone ahead and put it right here. We're going to mix this guy up a little bit. There we go, just like that. Put it right down there, and we're all set to go with his basic action. Now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and look at all of these so everybody understands what is going on with this. Now, the first thing we're going to look at is his impossible eye. So if we go ahead and take the card, we're going to see that it has really cool art. And it says the Hand can see everything when the Hand suffers a wound. Place a token on impossible eye instead of moving a card to the wound stack. Now, if we get 12 tokens, then when the number of tokens reaches the limit, remove them and flip the card to respect. We have to do 12 tokens worth of damage. Now that means we're not going to be taking any AI cards. We're going to be actually adding damage to that. And instead of going up, I'm going to go ahead and place a dice here. Or a die, I guess, since it's only 1. And we're going to go ahead and put a 12 there. And every time I hit it, I'm just going to tick it down. And when I remove the dice, that means we've done our 12, I guess, points of damage, I guess. The next thing we have is Ghost Step, which is really cool. It says, has unlimited range. Move the monster until it passes through a target, then stop and turn to face that target. Any survivors the Hand passes through while performing Ghost Step suffer 1 brain damage per monster level instead of collision. Any survivors the Hand ends its movement on while performing Ghost Step suffers collision normally. So we have that we have to deal with. And of course, they also have our lenses. They're all closed at the beginning of the battle. Each one is exactly the same on the front. It says, when a survivor with the blue aura wounds the monster, flip the blue lens to open. When a survivor with a white aura wounds the monster, select a closed lens and flip it to open. Only flip 1 lens card this way per wound. Now, the last time we fought him, I didn't exactly get this concept, but now I understand how it works. So if you have a set of gear, for example, 2 reds are linked, that means that this person has a red affinity according to its polarized aura, which is right here. It says if a survivor has the same number of red, green, and blue affinities, it has a white aura. If a survivor has more affinities of any color, red, blue, or green, their aura is that color. A survivor's aura may have at most 2 colors. So we could even have a green and a red if they're both the same. Like if I have 2 linked affinities that are red and 2 linked affinities that are blue, that means it's fighting with a blue and red. And if I wound it, I would have to flip, I believe, both of them open. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and that's how this guy's all set up. We're going to go ahead and get into the fight. The final thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about our character right down here, Steel. He's the one with the bow, and I also gave him the Kingsman Spear. I'm not going to do that. I had a suggestion to go ahead and give him bandages instead, just in case. So I removed the King Spear and put bandages out. It doesn't change how the fight was going to start. I just wanted to get rid of that because somebody told me, why not use him more as a utility character? And that's exactly what he's going to become. So for right now, he has the cat eye circlet, the catgut bow, the cat head arrow, the claw head arrow, sorry, and the bandages. So he's got a lot of neat things. And of course, he still has a full rawhide set. So our characters are all set up to take on the Hand. And if you think they can, then I need you to meet me at the co-op shop. Now we're going to go ahead and start our turn. But before we do, I'm going to switch these two guys. This is a way better plan than what I was originally doing. First, I'm going to have him perform an action, and it's to go ahead and take this acanthus plant. Why not? You can never have enough acanthus, especially if you have to devour all your resources. So he's got a 5. So our acanthus resource plant says, you find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain +1 survival. Archive this terrain. Now this character does get +2 to the roll because of his Screaming Bracers. His Screaming Bracers allows him to add +2 when you roll to activate a terrain. But sadly, that's still going to put it at a 7, which is the same number as the 5 through 7. So he doesn't get anything except survival, but which is good because all our characters have 6 survival. So if we go ahead and take his die, we're going to flip it to a 7. He now has 7 survival. He has more than anybody else. Wow, he's pretty cool. Now he's going to go ahead and move. And his speed is only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll just move right up there just like that. The next character we're going to have is we're going to go ahead and have our new character, Lyncha. And she's going to go ahead and roll to see what she finds from this thing. She found a 4. I don't think that's any better than him. Let's see what it says. It says, find nothing, archive the terrain. Well, that's too bad. There it goes, disappears. And she can move up to 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think she's only moved 4. This thing's going to come and attack something. I don't know what. But we get to go first, which, like I've said before, isn't actually all that great when you're this far away. Now we're also going to move her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there. Hopefully she can take the hit. That's what I'm hoping for. And he's actually going to move up 1, 2, 3, I think to right about there, and he's going to use that cat eye circlet to look at the top 3 cards of the hit location deck and see what we have found. We have found, what's this, a super dense location. Well, good news, we don't have too many more frail weapons anymore. Let's see here. If we fail, perform Ghost Step targeting the attacker. The monster stops the hit with a single hand and shoves the attacker away. Suffer 3 brain damage. Oh, a knockback 7. Wow. All right, that's going to be this location. The next one is Gilded Crown. It's a reflex. Perform Ghost Step, target the attacker. The attacker must spend 3 survival or face a perfect counter punch and suffer 5 damage to a random hit location, bash, and -1 speed token. Oh, yuck. All right, the next one is Wound. The hand seems irritated by the force of your blow and looms over you. The attacker suffers 3 brain damage and gains 1 survival. That's kind of cool. I'm going to put that one on top. Now, of course, none of these are going to activate any of this colored area yet because we haven't wounded him with any of these color of affinities yet. So we're just going to go ahead and put these back in that order, and that's going to be, I guess, the end of our turn. We're not going to surge or dash or anything. That's just going to be it. We're going to go ahead and draw our first AI card from the hand. And it says, pick target. Oh, I should say before I look at this, she's going to use her action to block. She can use that action to block. Actually, she could use it to trigger her blood paint, but she can't whip him because it's too far away. All right. It says target survivor with the most blue affinities. Well, actually, that's not going to be her. That's sad. It says closest threat. Nope. Target penalty. It's going to perform Ghost Step and attack the target. Now, I, of course, can do a survival action in here, but there really isn't anything to do. You can't move away far enough from me because Ghost Step has unlimited range. So let's go ahead and see who has the most blue affinities. So the most blue affinities is going to be Palin. Palin has the most blue affinities, so our hand is going to move on down right through here, and he's going to Ghost Step straight through him, turn around, and attack, meaning he is going to take 1 brain damage, and then he's also, or should say insanity brain damage, he's going to go ahead and get hit with a 5 speed, 2+ accuracy, 2 damage attack. Now, of course, these are going to trigger, but we don't have any open right now, which is actually going to help because look at this, bleed 2, yuck, 4 accuracy, 1 damage, bleh. And he can't be blocked or dodged. All right, so 5 speed, 2 accuracy. So I have a feeling that the hand is about to destroy all of his armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 speed. He's going to attack with 5 dice. 2+. I don't have anything that's going to help me with this. Wow, what a surprise. He hit me with absolutely everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, that's amazing. Now, I don't have enough of those dice, so we're just going to go ahead and roll some other dice here. I got 4. Then we're going to have to roll some others after that. Now, I could choose to dodge any of this. I don't even think I might have to see how this goes. I got 2 hands, a head, and a, what is this, a waist. With those hits, we're doing okay. I'll probably still dodge one of these. We'll see what this one is. This is a body. So I'm actually going to dodge the headshot, I think. We're going to dodge the head. I'm going to take 2 to the hands, 1 to the body, and 1 to the waist. So I'm just going to go put this hands back so I can remind myself. Let's go do the damage. So Palin's going to go ahead and lose 1 survival. He's also going to take 1 insanity hit. He's going to take 1 damage to his brain, bring him to 13. Now, we have to go ahead and take all this other damage. We've got a waist, so that's going to go down to 3. He's also got, what is it, 2 hands. So that means we're going to lose all the armor in our hands. And then we got 1 shot to the body, so we're going to lose 2 damage to the body. Wow, that is just a ridiculous attack. All right, that's the end of that attack. We're going to go into our turn now. Now we're going to go ahead and discard his card. Now remember, there's 2 different ways we could fight this guy. The last time we faced him, we ended up just trying to block enough to hopefully survive. But I actually want to think I'm going to try to take this guy out. So we're going to go ahead and have Palin attack. He's going to go 1, 2 over to here. Or maybe he's going to go over here. I think he's going to attack him from right here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That way if he ghost steps through him, at least my other guys can come and attack him. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can take him out with Palin. So Palin does have his beast knuckles, and of course he has 2 of them, and they're paired, so he's going to get 2 attacks for each one. And if we go ahead and look, he needs a 6+ in order to hit. Now if he has any extra accuracy, which he doesn't, he would be able to hit more often. But we're going to go ahead and roll these up. He needs a 6+ in order to hit, and he hit 1, 2 times, and we know what these hit locations are, which is pretty good, because then I don't have to worry about traps. We've got the Gilded Spodler, totally failed that one, sorry, and the Gilded Crown. And let's see here, this is the reflex, and this is the wound. We're going to go ahead and do this one first. We're going to see if we can wound this. Now he gets +4 to this, plus he has 2 innate strength, so that's +6 to this roll. Let's see how he does. He got a 5 + 6 is a 9. That's not enough. The hand actually is rocking a good, 14 toughness, out of control. Again, this might turn into just a block fest near the end, but we're going to give it our best shot here. So we missed with that one. We're going to go ahead and try to wound this one. Now, of course, the first strike is not open because we haven't actually hit with a red character yet, or wounded, I should say, not hit. So we haven't wounded him yet. Now, of course, he's rocking blue affinity. So if I ever do wound this, I'm going to open the blue eye. I got a 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I only did 13. Oh, I'm so close. Well, sadly, that's not enough. 7 + 4 is 11, 12, 13. Yep, we did not wound him. So we're going to go ahead and discard both of these, and we're going to go into somebody else's turn. All right, we're going to move into her turn. She might be about the only one that can really hit this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can move right to there, and she's going to go ahead and take her attack. And remember, she's got that new cat fang knife. On a perfect hit game, +1 strength token. When knocked down, remove your strength tokens. And I do have I have 3 linked. Now these 3 spots right here mean that I don't have to have them linked exactly to this knife, just on the grid somewhere I have to have 3 red links. Now if you have a different symbol, which is these, what is it, puzzle pieces, if you get the puzzle pieces, that means that this and this do have to be linked. It has to be this red one and this blue one in order for that to take place. So I just want people to be aware how that works. So we're going to go ahead and hit with that cat fang knife. Now sadly, I'm not able to pounce in to attack him, but I still get to take advantage of my white lion armor, which is going to give me +1 speed. So 3 + 1 is 4. So I get to roll 4 dice, and I'm looking for a 6+, but she gets +1 accuracy, so I'm looking for a 5+. Let's see how we do against this. Let's see how we do. We got 1, 2 hits. We got 2 hits right here, and she doesn't have anything special. It's going to make that a perfect hit, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and look at our 2 hit location cards. Now, of course, we know what this one is. This is that exotic bone bracer, but we don't know what this one is. Let's see what it is. It's the handed lantern. Oh, this doesn't have any type of reflex or failure or wound location. We're attacking this first. All right, we're going to see if we can wound this. I have a lot of strength in this character. Let's see how this works. All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll my dice. And we need to get a pretty big number. Come on. Not even close to a big number. That's a 1. That's a big miss. All right, we're going to go ahead and discard that card. Now this is one that if we fail, he's going to go ahead and do some bad things. So let's see how we do against this. We're going to go ahead and roll. We got, a 2. That's just as bad. But, let's add this up. We might be okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not going to be okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. She has 10 strength. Wow, she actually gets so much strength, but she totally missed. Let's go ahead and look at the failure. Perform ghost step targeting the attacker. The monster stops the hit with a single hand and shoves the attacker away. They suffer 3 brain damage and 7 knockback. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Now I wonder, I can perform a actual survival action before this happens. But again, performing ghost step, no matter where I go, he's going to be able to get to me because this ghost step has unlimited reach. So let's go ahead and take care of that. So he's going to perform Ghost Step and walk straight through both of these characters, suffering 1 damage to their brain to both of them. That brings her down to 6, and it's going to bring Palin down to a 12. So he's still got a ton. Now, of course, let's continue on down the card. It's done Ghost Step. Now it's going to, whichever way, they suffer 3 more brain damage and knock back 7. So she's going to get knocked back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, she didn't get bashed. She just got knocked back. So she's going to be knocked back to here and take 3 more damage to her brain. So that's the end of her turn. I think we're going to go ahead and use the Cat Eye Circlet again with him. But I'm going to actually surge that Cat Eye Circlet. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. And if I get a 6+, because of my Rawhide armor, I get to keep it. I get to keep my survival. We're surging the the Cat Eye Circlet to look at the top 3 hit locations. We've got Exotic Fur Coat. If the hand has all 3, it seems too blind, or seems too much and goes momentarily blind. Flip all lenses closed. Well, we don't have that going on. What's this? -4 toughness to this wound this location. The hand turns to face directly away from the attacker and crosses its arms. The attacker's heart is frozen in terror. They must spend 1 survival or cancel their attack. Wound. The monster staggers on purpose. Cancel all reactions for the rest of this attack. Ignore all lens effects and instead flip all lenses closed. Oh, this would have been perfect to have if something would have happened. We got another, what's Exotic Poet's Blouse. Another one where I don't have any type of thing. So the only thing I have to deal with is wounding. Well, that's actually pretty good if I wound him. All right, we're going to put them back in, I think, this order. I think that's how it goes. -4 toughness to wound this location. The hand turns face directly away from the attacker and across its arms. You must spend an attack or cancel the attacks if I wound him. Okay, so I've got to wound him to have that happen. Wound to have that happen. I'm going to put it in this order. Here we go. I think that's going to be the end of the turn. All right, we're going to go ahead and put them like that. Sorry, it took a while to figure that one out. Now we have to figure out what we're going to do because we have a pretty good situation. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to go ahead and have her hit from back here. I think that's going to be awesome. And we're going to see what she can do with that brand new whip she's got. Now she's going to spend her action to go ahead and trigger her Blood Paint, which activates weapon gear to the left and right of this card. These are 2 separate attacks, cannot be used with 2-handed weapons. And we're going to do that. We've got our whip and we've got our round shield. We're going to use both of these. I think we're going to use the whip first. I don't have the blue affinities linked, so I don't get to do the perfect hit. I do have I don't even have 2 blue affinities linked at all. So this is never going to happen. All right, that's okay. I get to roll 3 dice and see how we do. We're going to take our 3. It's a 6+ to hit, but she gets +1 accuracy, so it's a 5+, and she's in the blind spot, so a 4+. Let's see how she does. She hit 1 time. Wow. All right. That's amazing. So we're going to go ahead and hit our location that is hopefully going to wound him and do some fun stuff. All right. We're going to go ahead and see how we do. I get +3 strength to this roll. I got an 8, 9, 10, 11, and she gets +2 strength, 12, 13. Really? I got another 13. I got a 13. Oh, that's amazing. All right. So again, we didn't wound. Unbelievable. All right. I do get to use my round shield though, of course. So I get to discard this card because I didn't wound. We're going to see what happens here at the leather shield. I get to go ahead and roll 1. And I need like a billion here? Yeah, I missed. That was fantastic. All right. So she missed. That was fantastic. We're taking good advantage of those awesome hit location cards. Let's continue on. So at this point, I think it's time to fire our clawhead arrow that I have right here. He's going to go ahead and shoot it. What this clawhead arrow does, it only gets 1 attack, but it's got a lot of wounding ability, I should say. It's a slow ammo. Now, if I do hit, the monster gains -1 evasion token, which means it's going to be easier to hit, which means I probably should have started with this. But that's okay. I get to fire only 1 time against him, and then I lose the arrow. So we're going to roll our clawhead arrow and see if we hit. We got a 6. That's enough to hit him. That's a 6+. We're going to go ahead and see what we have hit. Well, we already know what it is, so what am I thinking? All right, we have hit this. We're hopefully going to wound it. We need to do a really good wound. Let's get this guy. Oh, I got a 1 again. Wow, that's amazing. All right, we have failed to wound yet again, and our clawhead arrow is no more for this battle. At this point, I think it's time for Palin to surge. He's going to turn and attack straight on against the hand. So he's going to go ahead and use his knuckles. And to do this, he's going to have to use a survival. So he's going to go down to 5. And now we're going to go ahead and roll our beast knuckles. We get to roll 4 dice and see how we do. Hopefully we get a 6+. Come on, let's get him. We got 3 hits. That's awesome. This one is not a hit. So we're going to draw our 3 hit location cards and see what they are. We have found the exotic silk pantaloons. Perform Ghost Step targeting the attacker. If the attacker is wearing any heavy gear, they are knocked down. All right, that's one. That's a reflex. That's going to happen. Next one is an impervious, so I can't actually damage it, but I might be able to get something out of it. Well, no, I can't get anything except the priority target and +1 courage. Oh my gosh, that's no good. You manage to slip past the hand's defenses, but connect with its indestructible sheath, which only enrages the monster. The attacker gains the priority target token and +1 courage. Of course, that's if I wound it. All right, and the last one is going to be a wound effect, but I get -4 toughness to wound this location. We've seen this one. This was one that we actually had left. Now, let's see what happens here. We're going to go ahead and hit the exotic fur coat first, I think, or collar, sorry. I think we're going to hit that first. So I get +4, 5, 6 to this roll, and this is at -4 toughness. Come on, let's get him. I got it too! Wow, these guys are amazing, as in not amazing. We got -4 toughness, so maybe we got this through. 4, 5, 6, that's not enough. We did not wound that location. That was unbelievable. All right, next we're going to go ahead and try. We'll try this one, I guess. Get +1 courage, but I don't get anything out of this. I don't think that's a good idea. We're just going to go ahead and do this, which means this might not even happen because he might have some heavy gear. So let's go ahead and roll this up and see what we get. We got another 2. All right, and then we don't have any heavy gear, so we're knocked down, but he is going to perform Ghost Step right through me, meaning I'm going to go ahead and take 1 insanity damage, and we're going to deal with that after we deal with this. Let's see if we wound this location. We got... I think I need a different dice. All right, so this didn't happen either, but he is still going to reflex us, meaning I'm going to get the priority target token and a courage. So I'm going to take 1 insanity, gain a courage, and I'm going to become the priority target. So taking 1 insanity is going to bring our insanity down to 11, or taking a brain damage. There we go. We're down to 11. Oh, I get a courage. That's fantastic if he survives the battle. And now let's see what else happens. All right, so we're going to Ghost Step straight through him. Turn around. I've already taken the insanity damage, or the hit to the brain damage. He's going to gain the priority target token. That's fantastic. And he's lost an arm, which might be foreseeing the future. And we're going to go ahead and put him right there. Now, that actually puts somebody else in a great position to attack. Having Ghost Step back through, she's really close now that she can attack. So she's going to surge and dash. She's going to dash up and surge against this person, meaning she's going to go ahead and lose 2 survival, bringing her 6 down to a 4. We're going to see what we can do about this and see if we can finally wound this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Cat Fang necklace. Sadly, the character was 4 squares away, the enemy, not 3, otherwise I could have pounced. Also, Palin has to lose a survival. I forgot to spend my 1 survival, or I have to cancel all my attacks when I attack the exotic fur collar. So that's going to bring Palin's survival down to a 4. But let's see what we can do about this. We need to get 4 dice. Oh, we get 3. Yes, I get 4 because of my white lion armor. I can't forget that. I forgot it one fight, and I was very sad because this is actually half the reason this character is so good. We're going to go ahead and roll these up. I need a 5+. Let's see how we do. We got 1, 2 hits, that's totally fine, and I'm in the blind spot, so I get a 4 also will hit as well. We're going to draw 3 locations. Of course, I have no idea what these are, and we could be finding the trap really soon here. So this one's a super dense location, which means I can still wound it, but I can break my weapon if it's frail. Wound. The moment of desperation, you strike at the monster's feet. Amazingly, it manages to keep its balance. And the observation gives you some insight. Gain 1 invasion and 1 accuracy token. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, we got an exotic rib plate. Failure. All survivors feel the sharp pain as their bones and their toes fuse together. They suffer -1 permanent movement and are knocked down. Place the monster in the center of the showdown and close all the lenses. That's amazing. All right, let's see what the last one is. Oh, this one is nothing. It's the Gilded Codpiece. It has nothing except a critical wound, so I think we're going to go ahead and attack that first. I don't see why we don't. I think that's a great plan here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and hit this first. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my damage. Hopefully, there's a white die, not a black die, so hopefully it's not as bad as the white one. Oh, no, it's fantastic. I got a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's enough to finally wound this guy. Now, she has red affinities all over, so we have to open the red eye after this is all done. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the wound stack up here, I guess. Over here. Well, let's put it over here. Now we're going to go ahead and attack. Let's see here. We're going to wound this one. We're going to see how we do against this. We're going to go ahead and roll our dice. Oh, we got a 2. I rolled that same die probably. He's been banished. All right, so we failed to wound that one. We're going to go and see how we do against the exotic rib plate. Hopefully we don't fail this one. That would be really bad. Oop, that's a black die. I'm going to go with the white dice because that black one keeps rolling a 2. This one got a 5. So let's see how that does. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Really? 13 again? Oh, that's so sad. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, 8 plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, that's exactly 13. Wow. Unless I'm missing an at strength somewhere, that's really sad. Oh, well. We've missed this, so the failure says that, what is it? Sharp pain. All survivors feel a sharp pain as their bones and their toes fuse together. They suffer -2 permanent movement and are knocked down. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do all of this. All right, so good news, bad news. We have done 1 damage. We're going to tick our timer down. Now, I also have to open the red lens and see what happens. It says, the red lens is open. The hand gains the red symbol on all of its different cards. While the red lens is open, attack rolls from survivors with the red aura only hit on a perfect hit. Oh no, we got to get that closed. All right, now the good news is I think it does close because of our failure with the exotic rib plate that we did after the original attack. It does say flip all lenses closed after everybody suffers -1 permanent movement, and the guy's going to go into the middle of the board. So I've gone ahead and adjusted all our movements, put him in there. These guys are all going to get knocked down, which is fantastic. Now, of course, he's still the priority target, so no matter what happens, he's going to get targeted, which is going to be kind of good because if we're all knocked down, we're technically not going to be threats. But everything when it comes to targeting is going to be ignored except for him. So let's go ahead and draw our next AI card for our hand. He is going to, what's this? Duration. Oh, I think this means we put it on top of the deck. It says, when this is drawn face down, the monster turns to face away from the most possible survivors, then moves 1 space forward and crosses its arm. While this is in play, the monster gains -10 evasion. If a trap card is revealed for any reason, place the monster behind the revealer and the revealer suffers the following. It suffers bad. It suffers bad is what that is. So we're going to go ahead and put this on top of the deck. And then we're going to go ahead and turn the hand around and move him 1 space away from all our survivors. Now our survivors are all going to stand up, and I believe he keeps his priority target token because he didn't actually get targeted. So he's going to, I think it stays until you are targeted at least once. Let's go ahead and read what our priority target token card says. It says, when the monster performs a pick target action, it picks you. When you are picked as a target, discard this token. All right, so yeah, we weren't targeted. We weren't picked as a target, so we get to keep the token, which is awesome. Our guys all stand up, and that's it. Now he's going to go on to his next action next turn because this is going to be removed, and I'm going to, when this is drawn face up, I'm going to just draw my next AI card. So right now he has -10 evasion, but if I draw the trap, bad news. We're going to use our cat eye circlet and see if we find the trap. I bet it's one of these 3 cards. Yep, there it is right there. Let's put it on the bottom. And I need something that can attack twice, and that'll be it. Exotic silk cape. The hand has all 3. It seems to go blind. Okay, we've seen something like that before. And what's this? This is one of the reflex. It's going to go step. I think we're going to put them in this order, just like that. And let's see if I don't think I can get to them. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, of course, all our people have lost speed, or movement, which is fantastic. Palin is down to 3. He's just flying. 1, 2, 3. She's got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think this person only got 3 too now, doesn't it? Yep, that's fantastic. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to do any survival because I want to keep it all because now it's his turn. We're going to go ahead, look at the bottom card of it. It says when this is drawn face up, draw an AI card. So we're just going to draw our next AI card and see what happens to us. We have found Soft Chuckle. The noise fills a survivor with an unprecedented dread. All non-deaf survivors lose 1 survival and roll a d10. Add each survivor's courage to the result rolled. On a 15+, a survivor is knocked down in fear. Otherwise suffer 5 brain damage and gain -1 accuracy token from their shaking limbs. And full move directly away from the monster. Oh, if the monster stretches its limbs and flip all eyes closed. Well, sadly, all the eyes are closed, and my guys are going to be running in fear because none of them have any amount of courage that's going to save him from this. So we're going to start with Steel. He's going to gain a -1 accuracy token, lose 1 survival, and take 5 brain damage, bringing him down to 4 insanity. This is just going to go terrible for our characters, but that's okay. We're going to make it through. Next, we got Palin. He's going to gain a -1 accuracy token, take 5 brain damage, bringing him down to 6. Maybe I should have brought that shield for Boo-Poo that can actually help her against this, taking all this damage to her brain. He's going to lose 1 survival, and that's it for him. Next we have Linsha. Linsha is going to again lose 3 survival, or 1 survival, sorry. She's going to lose 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just enough. No, 5. I have to take 5. So she's going to have to roll on the dreaded table of doom and gloom. And that's the end of her. I think, oh, she also gets that -1 accuracy token as well, which we're going to go ahead and put right over here so that we can remember. All right, next player. Last but not least, we have Boopoo. She's going to go ahead and lose a survival, bringing her down to 5. She's then going to go ahead and take a -1 accuracy token, place it right over there, and then I'm going to lose 5 brain damage again. Wow, I'm down to 3 insanity with her as well. Now we do have to roll on the table for Linsha, so let's see what happens. So we've seen this dreaded table before. Let's see what happens to us. I rolled a 2. Oh no, let's see. Oh no, it's sad news, mortal terror. No ifs, ands, or buts, the survivor is dead. Oh, I totally forgot. I'm not supposed to roll these dice on this book. It always ends in sadness. So sadly, I think the only player that actually had a chance at actually wounding this creature just died to a soft chuckle. Wow. All right, it's now our turn. We know the trap is the 3rd card. I think we're going to go ahead and see if we can get up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's as far as she can actually go. And he can only move 3. 1, 2, 3, and she can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess she'll search this bug patch. Why not? Maybe we'll bring something back to our civilization along with a dead body. Let's see what we find. We have found a 1. I don't think we're bringing anything back. It says here, an insect with your face stares back at you and scuttles away. Suffer 3 brain damage. Oh, that's absolutely terrible. All right, we're going to do that now. So that brings Boopoo's insanity to 0. She has no insanity, and it seems like this thing attacks insanity like crazy. So the only person who hasn't moved yet is him. He's going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, as far as he can get. And then what he's going to do is, no, he only has a 3 speed. He's going to go right here. That's totally fine. We're now going to spend that survival to dash. And I'm going to roll my dice to see if I get it back. I got a 4, so I didn't get it back. So my survival is actually going to go down to 4 for steal, but that's okay. Now he's going to go ahead and actually attack. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to attack him with my catgut bow. Let's see if we can get him with this. So our catgut bow is going to go ahead and fire. And it has a 2 speed and a 7 accuracy. So let's see if we can even hit him. We got a 3 and a 5. Okay, I think that's a total miss. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to help him with that because he has only a +1 accuracy, so we got best was a 6. Not to mention he also had that -1 accuracy token that we're all rocking. All right, that's the end of our character's turn. It's going to be our monster's turn. Let's see what he does. He is going to Rude Slap. When this card is drawn face down, the monster points at the ground. When the card is drawn face up, target the attack the survivor in the right spot. Oh my gosh. If the monster does not attack, perform the penalty. Well, let's see what the penalty is. Maybe I might want to take the penalty. Let's see here. It's going to say right down here. The hand points at a random survivor. They must roll. 1, the skull crushes your brain. You die. Oh, that's terrible. What's this one? Your ribs suddenly twist inward to puncture your heart. If you have no survival, you die. Otherwise, you lose all survival. Suffer the broken ribs, severe body injury. No, we don't want that. We got to get a person into the right spot. So our right spot is going to be right here. That shouldn't be too bad. I think I can do that. We're going to go ahead and move our shield bearer Boopoo. 1, 2, 3, 4. She is standing in the right spot. So we're going to go ahead and we're also going to attack. I've got my action left, so we're going to go ahead and attack. Now, sadly, I know the trap, I think, is next. No, it's not next because he didn't even hit. That was awesome. So she's going to attack with both her whip and her shield. Maybe one will hit. We're going to attack with the shield first. I need an 8+. Well, I need a 7+. She's got an extra accuracy. Didn't happen. All right, shield goes away. Now let's see what we can do about this hunter's whip. Maybe we can hit with that. I'm going to grab my 3 dice and roll them up. And we need to get a 6+ now. We got, again, we got everywhere. Again, we have failed to hit this guy. Even with my +1 to accuracy, I still failed to hit him with the whip. Now we're going to go ahead and move this guy 1, 2, 3, I guess, to right here and see if he can hit him. Though I don't really want to. Actually, I'm going to pull that back. 1, 2, 3 is going to go back to here. I'm actually going to have him again fire with that catgut bow. So he's going to be rolling 2 dice, needing a 7+, or a 6+, I mean. And he hit once. All right, once is better than none. Let's see what we hit. We know what it is. It's the exotic silk cape. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about this. I need a big number here. Oh no, we got a 5. 5 + 3 is 8, 9, 10. I think he's got 2 extra strength, but that's not enough. He did not wound this location, so nothing happens. So we're going to go ahead and move him up 1, 2, 3, just like that. He's not going to attack. I know I should, but if he attacks him, there's a chance I can trigger that trap, which means this guy's going to go bouncing all over the board and do a lot of bad things. So we're just going to move right back into his turn, and he's going to do his rude slap, which is just fine because he is going to target that spot right here. So that's fantastic. We're going to go with a 2 speed, 2 accuracy, 6 damage attack. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll these dice, and they're hopefully both going to roll 2s. They did not roll 2s. They rolled a 4 and a 5. But I have some evasion on this character. I have +2 because of my monster grease. I do have 3 locked green affinities, and she has an innate +1. So he needed actually a 5 to hit me. So he only hit 1 time, and he's going to hit for 6 damage to 1 location. But guess what? He's not. I'm going to dodge this attack. He got a body shot, so nothing happened. I'm going to go ahead and dodge it, meaning that Boo-Poo is going to go down to 4 for survival and totally get rid of this card. At this point, I think we're going to go ahead and have him Cat Eye Circlet because then I can push that trap down. So let's see what the other 2 cards are. We've got, well, we already know what one of them is. But we got these 2 cards. He can perform a Ghost Step targeting the attacker. All right, what's this? They must spend 3 survival or suffer broken arm, severe injury. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. If the attacker has a grand weapon. Okay, nobody has a grand weapon. All right. And the hand staggers, gain -4 toughness, canceling all reactions until the end of the turn. I think that might be okay. We're going to go ahead and put them, I think, in this order. Yeah, that'll be what we do. We'll go like that. All right, and see what happens. I think what we're going to do is attack with her. She's going to be the first one to attack, and let's see how this goes. So she's going to use her Hunter's Whip and Lantern Shield, and if she fails, we're just going to go ahead and have our other character, Palin, go ahead and try to attack. So I get to roll 1 dice. I need an 8+. I got a 2 as usual. That's awesome. I don't know why I'm using that die. This one has failed us. We're going to go ahead and roll these 3 dice, needing a 5+ this time. And we got 2 perfect hits. Now, sadly, this is not linked, or I'd be able to discard a mood card and play. Well, there aren't any mood cards, but if there were, I'd be able to get rid of it, but it's not linked. But I did hit 3 times. Oh, no, I hit 3 times. I only wanted to hit twice. Oh, that's sad. All right, well, so we're going to trigger the trap, which is going to be bad news. All right, we're going to discard these 2. They're not going to come into effect because the trap always trumps everything else. Reshuffle the hit location deck. Perform a basic action targeting all survivors, 1 at a time, starting with the survivor that drew this card. Modify each basic action depending on which lens is open. Well, none of the lenses are open. If a survivor has King's Step, a startling revelation, they may spend 1 survival to gain +6 evasion until this trap is resolved. Well, sadly, nobody has that either. So we're just going to go ahead and do the basic action targeting all survivors. So his basic action is not so basic. So we're going to start by attacking her, and let's see what it does here. Perform Ghost Step with a 2 attack, 2 accuracy, 5 damage, and after damage I get knocked back 10 and bash. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. All right, we're going to go ahead and deal with this. All right, so he's going to go ahead and attack her and bash her and knock her back. But first he's going to go ahead and Ghost Step straight through her. And now at this point, I can't do it. I'm going to have to do it here. So before he goes and Ghost Steps through me, I'm going to perform an action. I'm going to go ahead and actually activate my blood paint on my card, my character, meaning I'm going to spend a survival, and I'm going to go ahead and knock my survival down to 3. I'm going to show you. So hopefully it's a neat trick. Somebody was talking about this in the chat, and I thought this is a really good idea, or in the comment section. This is a really good idea. I didn't realize how powerful this is. I'm going to go ahead and activate my blood paint right there with my action. So let's take care of that. So with my blood paint, I'm able to activate both of these because our blood paint states that activate weapon gear to the left and right of this card. These are 2 separate attacks, cannot be used with 2-handed weapons. So I'm going to activate my Lantern Shield first, and I'm actually going to use it to block. I'm going to spend this to block 1. That's my plan. So she's got block 1 up right now when she's about to be attacked. Now she does get to attack with the whip though, which is pretty cool. So she has a 6+, 5+ because she actually has +1 accuracy. And she was able to hit 1 time. That's good enough. We're going to take our hit location deck, shuffle it back up because now we got that trap. We don't know where it is. It's probably on top because that's the way I do things. And we have found this card right here. It is our Exotic Bone Bracers. So if we fail this, we're going to perform a Ghost Step targeting the attacker. The monster stops and the hit with a single hand and shoves the attacker away, suffer 3 brain damage and 7 knockback. Let's let's wound this. Let's not get that. Oh no. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think is all she gets. So she has failed. So we're going to have to deal with this. Then he's going to continue on with his basic action. Oh man. All right, so this might not have been as powerful as I thought. So he's going to go ahead and go step through her, then knock her back 7 right to here, and it's going to stop because he hit this thing. And that's where she's going to stop. Now she does take 3 brain damage as well from our exotic bracer here. It says stop with a hit, 3 brain damage and 7 knockback. Awesome. Now I've gone ahead and filled in 1, but I need to take 3. I can't do that. So instead I have to roll on the evil table. I'm going to roll right here because the book was bad news. So let's see how this goes. We're going to roll. We got a 3. Hopefully it's a little bit better than a 2. 3 says memory loss. Lose 2 levels of weapon proficiency. Totally fine. I don't have any weapon proficiency. So interestingly enough, we have completed this card. I'm going to discard it, but I still have to perform the basic action because that is where my activation happened to surge. So we're going to continue on through here, which means now he's going to go step again back through her, and he's going to go ahead and attack her. Now, interestingly enough, she still has her block up. So let's see what happens. 2 speed and 2 accuracy. But before we roll the attack, we have to take the 1 brain damage for the ghost step going through, which again is going to make us roll on the brain trauma table. And we got a 9. Let's go ahead and check that out. So apparently 9 says I have a new perspective and I'm knocked down, but I do gain D10 insanity. So let's see how much insanity I get back. I got 7. That's awesome. Now, of course, we do have to attack with our main man here. He's going to go ahead and get us. I get to roll 2 dice. Now, I get to block one of these, and hopefully he misses with the other one. He missed with both because I have +3 evasion. He needed a 5 or better to hit me. So my block, sadly, didn't do anything. But that's okay. It's better than being bashed and knocked back 10 all over the place. And I got 7 insanity out of the deal. Next, we're going to go ahead and go step again right through Palin, who's going to take 1 insanity and then get attacked by the hand. And he's going to go ahead and attack with 2 dice. He needs a 2+. I don't think I have any evasion. Actually, I think he's got an evasion. No, he doesn't. So he got hit twice. And he's going to take 5 damage to both of these locations. Oh, man, this is going to be bad news for him. He got, 2 to the body. He doesn't have enough to deal with either of those. He has to roll twice on the evil death table because of this. Now, nowhere on the card that has to do with the trap says that I'm doomed. So he can use survival. He's going to go ahead and dodge one of those attacks because he doesn't want to get hit for 5. He's still going to get in big trouble here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he's going to have to roll on the table once. It's better than rolling twice. All right, we're going to take our die. Actually, yeah, this is the one I want to roll. I want to roll high. And these seem to be rolling. Well, I didn't roll very high. All right, so I got a 3 on the body. So a 3 on the body is bleeding. Gain 2 bleeding tokens. It's actually not too bad. Now he is going to get knocked back 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way to the end of the board off the camera. And he's going to keep his priority target token because, again, this hasn't actually activated to actually target him. This is actually still the trap. All right, the rest of this trap means he's going to go over here, go through this guy. He's going to take 1 brain damage, bringing his insanity down to 3. Then he's going to get attacked by that terrible, terrible basic action where he's going to be attacked twice at a 5 damage. So again, we're rolling 2 dice at a 2+, and he missed with 1, and I can dodge this one. We're going to see if I keep my survival. I did. I didn't even use a survival. He dodged it, nothing happened. So that's the end of the trap. And sadly, there's a lot going on right here. From what I remember, she was the one who activated the trap. I don't believe he's done any actions, and I also don't believe that Palin has done any actions either. He's going to use one of his survival to go ahead and encourage Palin to stand up. And he's going to roll to see if he keeps it. He got a lantern 10. Palin is standing up. Palin can actually do some actions, but he can also do some actions too. What's he going to do? He could maybe shoot him. No, maybe he can use the cat eye circle. Actually, let's go ahead and activate Palin. He's not going to move very far, but let's get him up here. Palin is so far from the battle. 1, 2, 3. He can't even see the war. So let's see how this is. I think he only has 3 speed. He needs to go faster than that. Wow, that's unbelievable. He can't even activate his gear because he has to move forward in order to activate that charge power or the slam power. I mean, wow, he's pretty much useless. I gotta get him out of there and get a new survivor in his place because that's ridiculous. Since he's done, I think he's going to go ahead and just fire that bow. He can fire it at point blank range. Why not? Let's see what we can do. So here we go again with our catgut bow. We need a big number, and we did not get big numbers because I still have -1 accuracy because of that token. And I believe he only gets +1 accuracy, so he actually needed a 7 to hit. He has failed. Now he can't move because our bow, of course, is cumbersome. I failed to actually mention that as I was moving him around. It's cumbersome, meaning I have to spend both my movement and my activation to actually activate the bow. Now it's going to be our evil dude's turn here. This hand, let's see what he does. Something nice, please. Liver blow. Well, hopefully it doesn't take my liver. You can't live without it. Survivor with the most green affinities. Well, that's going to be her. But remember, everything up here that says pick target is gone. It's going to be him. So let's see what happens to him. Perform ghost step and target the attacker. Oh my gosh, look again, 5 damage to these. Now he doesn't have any eyes open yet because even though I've done 1 damage to him, he's actually closed them since then. So he's going to go ahead and perform his ghost step, meaning he's going to come all the way down here, walk straight through Palin, who again is going to take another insanity. I apologize, brain damage, but he's going to only have 4 insanity left. And now he's going to get targeted with liver blow. So we're going to go ahead and roll our 2 dice. He needs a 2+, and I don't have any evasion on this guy. Oh my gosh, he's going to get rocked again. Let's see here what happens to him now. He got hit. Oh, the double body again. Now he can dodge 1 again, but that's going to be about all he can do. That's going to bring Palin down to 1 survival. He only has 1 left, wherever it is. He only has 1 of it. There it is. Now let's go see what happens to him. I'm just going to go ahead and roll right here and see what happens to good old Palin. Palin has got a 4. So Palin now has received a gaping chest wound. Suffer -1 permanent strength. This injury is permanent and can be recorded multiple times. Gain 1 bleeding token. So he's up to 3 now. So he's going to gain 1 more bleeding token, and he's also going to lose 1 permanent strength. Wow, my characters are just getting wrecked fighting this guy. I probably shouldn't have actually fought him. I probably should have tried my old shield maneuver like I did last time. But where is the fun in that? We're going to go ahead and stand her up because he is done. She's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fantastic. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. Maybe that'll work because he can maybe the thing will ghost step to here and she could maybe dash in and attack it. We'll see how that goes. He's going to use the cat eye circlet, and he's going to use it as an action. Let's see what we have found. We have found the Gilded Crown, which is a reflex. It's going to ghost step, spend 3 survival, and or face a perfect counter punch and suffer 5 damage to a random hit location, bash, and gain -1 speed token. Awesome. Not awesome. All right. This one is the hand staggers, gaining -4 toughness and canceling all reactions until the end of the turn. Oh, we're putting that first. Putting that first. This one is first. Then I guess I'll put... Is this one bad? I get the priority target token again and courage. Well, we'll get some courage. All right, we're going to put him in that order. And he's going to go ahead and hit him with those beast knuckles. And of course, my beast knuckles let me roll 4 dice, and I need a 6+. Let's see how we do. I got a total of 1, 2, 3 hits. We know exactly what 3 of those are. And of course, we want to hit this one first because it's going to gain -4 toughness if I can actually wound this thing. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to use a special red die and see if that makes a difference. We're going to roll up a 1. It didn't make any difference. That's amazing. All right, this thing has failed to wound. Now we've got big problems. I guess we're going to go ahead and take our impervious location, which means I can't wound it. I don't even know why I roll. Oh, and I got a lantern 10. That would have been perfect. Look, of course, this one's got a critical wound on it. Oh, well, we have failed to wound this because you can't. But it do get +1 courage, and I gain the priority target token. I should have taken it off when he targeted me, but I forgot to. I'm just going to leave it there because that's the deal. Next, we've got our Gilded Crown, which is going to reflex. This is going to happen no matter what, unless I critical it. Oh, I didn't critical. I got 6, 10, 11. I only got 11. I needed, what, 14, I think? Oh, man, this guy's pretty rough. All right, so that's the end of this guy. We're going to go ahead. Oh, I do have to perform the reflex now. I have to gain Ghost Step, targeting the attacker. The attacker must spend 3 survival to face a counter punch, doing 5 damage. He doesn't have 3 survival. To a random hit location, bash, and gain -1 speed token. All right, we gotta actually do this. I don't have any survival left, so I'm gonna roll to see where I take 5 damage. Hopefully it's not the body. Oh, it is the body. Wow, okay. That's fantastic. Let's see what happened to us. We're gonna roll on the evil death table. And we got an 8. We're gonna go see what that is. So it looks like Palin, my man, has suffered a broken rib. It even hurts to breathe. Suffer -1 permanent speed. This injury is permanent and can be recorded multiple times. I also gain 1 more bleeding token. Oh no, I'm getting close to the end. You know, I do have the ability to cancel a Critical wound. I have a dried acanthus. When you depart, you gain +2 survival. When you suffer a severe injury, ignore it and archive this card instead. I'm going to archive this because -1 speed is really, really bad. And I'm not going to gain the bleeding token either. Now I am still going to gain my -1 speed token, which is fine because that goes away at the end of the battle. I also believe I'm going to get knocked down, even though I decided not to take the critical wound. I believe I still get knocked down. Now, of course, he also gets ghost stepped, I believe, is how this works. He's going to get ghost stepped. There we go. Targeting the attacker, spend 3. I don't get to do that. So he is going to get ghost stepped straight through. Spin around and look at him, meaning he is going to lose 1 more insanity. And that brings his insanity down to 3. And that's going to be the end of our turn. We're going to go into our hand's turn and see what he's going to do. He is going to do liver blow. Didn't we just do this? Oh, he's got 2 of them. Wow. All right, this one's do 5 damage again. Is this the same card as the last one? Let me take a look. I think it's exactly the same. It is. Wow. Okay, he's got 2 of the exact same cards. Okay, well, here we go. He's going to go ahead and ghost step straight through his target, which is him. He doesn't say anything about threats and stuff. So he's just going to go ahead and ignore all this and pick the target, which is him. He's going to ghost step again straight through him, bringing his insanity down to 2. And he's going to go ahead and liver blow this guy. Wow, he's just getting so picked on. Now again, I've got no evasion, so he hits on a 2+. And he got a lantern 10 and a 9. Wow, absolutely huge numbers for the hand. Let's see what he hits. The body. Oh no, in the head. And when I said body and head, I actually need to make sure I look at my dice better. Legs and head. And actually, that's okay. If I'm going to take the damage to those, it's going to be okay. Because I can take 5 to the head. And I can also take 5 to the legs and still be doing okay. I'm only going to gain 1 light wound from that actual damage that we got. And sadly, I'm going to say I really gave it my all, but I actually don't know how we're going to beat this guy by actually physically damaging him. He still has 11 hits we have to get through, and we've gone past half of his AI stack already. And once that gets to the end, we're done. We've made it to the end of the fight. And I think at this time, I think we should just cut our losses and attempt to actually just survive the fight at this point. So what we're going to do, I'm going to move her. Well, actually, I'm going to use him first. And what he's actually going to do is he's going to spend his action to use his Rawhide Headband. This reveals the top 2 AI, place them back on top of the deck in any order, which is going to be the way we're going to do this, because now I'm actually fighting to stay alive as opposed to actually fighting to kill him. So he has Bullet Jabs, Survivor with the most blue affinities, which is going to again be him. Oh my gosh, he's just going to get attacked again. And Thunderbolt Right, Survivor with the most red affinities. Well, a person with the most red affinities is dead, meaning the person with the most is actually going to be a tie between him and him, which is sad because I really wanted to attack her because she's got that dodge or this shield that she can use to block. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I think we're going to go ahead and put them just like this and see how this goes. Sadly, I think we're just going to, okay, well, I could attack, but if I attack, he's just going to keep doing more and more damage. I think it's best to just try to all kind of get together. He's going to move over here. He's already moved. She's going to move right there. I think she's going to stay right there. And then the hand is actually going to come back over here with a ghost step. So let's see what happens now. This could be absolutely tragic, but I think we've gone past the point of actually trying to wound him. I just can't do it. We're going to go to Bullet Jabs. Survivor with the most blue affinities. It's going to be Palin. Palin's got 4 blue affinities. Let's see what's here. Subform Ghost Step, attack target. 5 speed, 2 accuracy, 2 damage each. So it's going to come flying right in here, turn around, do 1 damage to him, or mind damage, or brain damage to him, and then he's going to go ahead and hit him 5 times. All right, so he took his brain damage, leaving him with only 1 insanity. But we're going to go ahead and get hit with these Bullet Jabs now. So we're going to go ahead and roll, was it 5 dice? Look at this, 5 is ridiculous. Here's his 5 dice. He needs a 2+. I don't have any evasion on him. And he hit him, wow, 5 times. All right, well, I can dodge 1 of these, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm afraid we might see the end of Palin here. We're going to give it our best shot. We're going to roll up 5 dice. Only got 4. So we're going to see we get it in the body, head, and legs. Wow. Funny thing is, I can't take damage to any of those. They're all going to roll on serious wound stables. It's going to be bad news for Palin. All right, he's going to go ahead and roll 1 more, and it's in the head. So he's taking 2 head hits, 2 body hits, and a leg hit. So each one of these hits is going to do 2 damage, and he has nothing left in the head. So he's going to take 2 hits to the head. The first one's going to cover up his heavy wounds, and then the other one, the part of the hit is going to actually make him roll on the table. I'm going to dodge this with my last survival just because I can, and sadly this is really going to be about it. He's still going to have to roll a critical wound, or on the critical wound table for that. And look at this, he's got one hit to the body, which he's already fully filled out, so he's going to have to take 2 hits to the body. And look at the legs. This is going to be absolutely terrible. I think we're about to see the end of Palin, but we're going to roll on all of these wound areas and see what happens. So we're going to start with the head. The head, we got a 9. I think he's going to be okay with that one. Now we're going to go to the body. I've got 2 I got to roll on the body. We got a 6 and a 9. All right, we're going to see how that goes, and then we're going to go ahead and look at the feet. Let's see how the feet go. The feet, we got a 3. Oh, 3s don't sound too good to me. Let's look up all this on the critical hits table and see what happened. So if we start over here, we've got Shattered Jaw. You drink your meal through a straw. You can no longer consume or be affected by events requiring you to consume. You can no longer encourage. This injury is permanent. You cannot record it more than once. Gain 1 bleeding token. I think we're going to start counting our bleeding tokens and see what happens. Next, we have 2 on the body. So the 6 right here is a big long thing, but look right here, it says gain 1 bleeding token. And then we got 9, collapsed lung. You catch your breath, gain 1, -1 movement token, and gain 1 bleeding token. And finally, of course, we have our legs, which is a 3. And that one even says gain 2 bleeding tokens. So if we had no bleeding tokens, we would have gained 2, 3, 4, we would have gained 5 bleeding tokens just from this hit alone. Wow, the hand just totally rocked him. So Palin is the next survivor that has fallen to the hand. We're losing all our survivors really fast. It's our turn again. We're going to go ahead and look at the top 2 AI cards because of his Rawhide headband and see what we have found. Thunderbolt right, I believe we've seen that. Oh my gosh, it's 2 Thunderbolts right. Most red affinities. And oh no, our guy with the shield doesn't have any red affinities. But it is only 2 attacks for 4+ accuracy for 7 damage. So there's a chance. There's always a chance. And that's the person with red affinity right there. I'm going to put these back. It doesn't really matter. I can put them back in any order I want. They're both exactly the same. Now this person has enough to at least dodge 1 attack, but it's still going to take another hit. And I don't think I'm actually going to attack this guy again because, like I said, I can't get through this 11 right now. It is really impossible. We just have to survive. He's going to go step straight through him, and he's going to take 1 insanity damage or brain damage, bringing him down to 2 insanity. And now we're going to have to take the rest of the brunt of this Thunderbolt attack. With 2 speed here, he's going to be able to roll 2 dice, and we're going to see what he does. He needs a 4+. Now, I think I might have an evasion. No, I don't have any evasion. Oh, I got +1 evasion because of my Rawhide vest here. My Rawhide vest gives me +1 evasion because I have linked both of those together. So he needs to hit me on a 5. Oh my gosh, he hit me both times for 7 damage each, and I can only block, or dodge, I should say, 1 of these attacks. Let's see what I got. Hands, and we're blocking the head. I'll take 7 damage to the hands. So first we're going to go ahead and roll or to see if I gain my survival back from the dodge. I do not. So I go down to 3 survival for steel. He's going to take 7 damage to the hands. So we're going to go ahead and erase that. Give myself 2 big ol' hits right here. And we're going to roll on our critical wound area and see what happens. We got a 9. Let's see what that does for the arms. So it looks like Steel's got a dislocated shoulder. Pop! You cannot activate 2-handed or paired weapons or use block until the showdown ends. Gain 1 bleeding token. So I'm going to go ahead and give Palin 1 bleeding token, and we're also going to knock him down because he took a humongous hit. And sadly, the hits are just going to keep coming for him too, because the next AI card, I'm not doing anything with her. I mean, it's pointless even to run because that was a ghost step can have an infinity range here. It's just ridiculous. All right, we're just going to draw the next card. We have the survivor with the most red affinities. That's him. He's going to go ahead and ghost step straight through him again. He only has 1 insanity left, and now he has to take 2 more punishing attacks from the hand at 7 damage each. Hopefully, at least he misses 1 this time. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. I got 2 here. He needs a 5+ on this. He missed both of them finally. Oh my goodness, he might actually make it through this fight. All right, that's the end of that card. Let's see what he does next. I'm just going to move right into his turn because I've got nothing left to do except I had to stand Palin up. And let's see, he is going to, what's this? Full powered flick. When this is drawn face down, the monster proudly raises a single finger. When the card is drawn face up, target the survivor with the most armor points. And I'm going to do 2 attacks, 2 accuracy, 4 damage. I'm not too worried about that. I don't have this trigger here. After damage, bash, knockback 19. During knockback, instead of stopping a survivor's movement at the board edge, the survivor goes flying off into the darkness, never to be heard from again. Oh my gosh, Dad, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, what an awesome thing. Oh, sadly, we're not going to get flung into unexistence, I should say, but we're going to go ahead and take care of this. So at this point, I know that this is going to go on the deck face down like this. At this point, I'm going to spend my action to go ahead and block. And then he's going to draw his AI card, which is this one. He's going to go ahead. The target is doomed, so I can't use survival, but I've already blocked, so I believe I get to use that. He's going to ghost step through the person with the most armor points, which is her, and attack her for 2 speed, 2 accuracy, and 4 damage. So the hand is going to come at me with 2 attacks. I'm doomed. I can't use any survival. We're going to roll and see how he does. He got a 2, which misses, and I blocked the 7. So the 7 is blocked. We've made it through this AI card. Oh my goodness. We only have 1 AI card left. And let's see what it says. It says, oh, that's right, the applause. I forgot it was at the bottom. All right, it says right here, the survivors fall to their knees in agony, their bones suddenly twisting and changing. For each survivor, cure all broken injuries and roll on a d10. Then end the showdown. The survivors are victorious. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a d10 for each survivor. We're going to start by rolling for Steel. Steel's first. Steel got a 2. Oh no, let's see what happens to him. It says spend 1 survival or die from shock. We're going to be spending the survival. He's got 3. He's going to go down to 2. Now I don't get a chance to get that back because I'm not using it for a survival action. I'm just spending it. All right, now we're not going to roll that die again. We're not going to roll that die either. We're going to roll this one. We're going to see what happens to our other character. She got a Lantern 10. That's awesome. 7+, gain 1 permanent strength, accuracy, evasion, and a random fighting art. Yes. So she's going to go to 2, 3, 2. Wow, that's really good. Too bad she lost this movement. 2, 3, 2. And she gains a random fighting art. So we're going to go ahead and mix up our fighting arts here. We're going to see what fighting art she gets. Hopefully it's a pretty good one. We'll see. We're going to get this one right here. And it is Thrill Seeker. Whenever you gain survival during the showdown phase, gain 1 additional survival. Oh, that's not bad at all. Thrill Seeker. We're going to go ahead and put that right here. Thrill Seeker. Okay, that's not too bad. I think we might actually see that happen. I might equip her a little bit different. I don't know if she'll be the shield bearer anymore because with that Thrill Seeker, she might actually do pretty good with like the dagger or something. Maybe she'll take on Lynch's role. And during the aftermath, any victorious survivors may immediately select fist and tooth weapon proficiencies. We're not going to do that, regardless of age milestones. Any occurred ranks of weapon proficiencies are lost when switching to a new weapon type. Now, of course, if we fought them at level 1, plus I get 1 hunt XP, 1 weapon proficiency level, or a fist and tooth proficiency levels. And then we get to claim our rewards. We're going to gain our hunt XPs and weapon proficiencies in our settlement video. We are going to gain our rewards though. So to gain our rewards, we're going to go ahead and roll a d10 and see what we get. We got a Lantern 10. Oh, finally I'm getting Lantern 10s. It was really bad at the beginning of the game, but now we're doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and see what we get. It says the hand bows graciously and vanishes, leaving a package carefully wrapped in 1 leather strange resource. Inside is a skull and 5 basic resources. Oh no, -1 population. That's okay, we can get that back okay. So I'll go ahead and take care of the -1 population. Again, we'll do that in our settlement video, but let's go ahead and grab our leather, our skull, and our 5 basic resources. All right, so we have gained our leather, our skull, and then we get 5 basic resources from our basic resource deck here. So we're gonna mix these up a little bit, and we're just gonna grab 5 of them and see what we get. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, hopefully get something pretty good here. We got a monster organ, a monster bone. Come on, I need a hide. I need 1 hide. That's all I need. Oh, I see the hide already. Monster organ and a hide. Oh, that's perfect. I can innovate. This is going to be great. Not to look at all these monster organs I've got. Wow. All right, so these are all the resources we got. A monster hide, 3 organs, which is really good, I guess, if you like organs. And then we got a bone, a monster hide, leather, and a skull. All right, for fighting a nemesis, gaining some resources is actually pretty good. And that's about it. We were able to make it through the hand. Oh my goodness, I barely did it. Maybe he was happy that we actually fought him this time, which is why he gave us some resources and everything. But we really weren't doing a very good job. Every time I fight him so far, I think maybe I can get him, but then I realize in the end, no, I can't take this guy out. That guy's ridiculous. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the fight against the hand. Now we're going to be moving into our settlement phase and start. I have a little bit of stuff I can make, maybe make something, but now we get to continue on and maybe fight some other monsters to get some more resources so we can get some awesome gear. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell symbol so you know when that settlement video comes. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. I know this fight, I didn't do the greatest job. The dice sometimes don't go your way, and sometimes you make some thing. I really thought I could take him. I really did. I thought I had the ability to take him. I thought I had enough weapons and everything, but alas, he's just a really tough character to go ahead and fight against. Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you're excited to see our next settlement video, then I need you to meet me at the co-op shop.